Hi, I'm Sarah, and as a busy mom, I know how hard it can be to find time to work out. But as a personal trainer and fitness instructor, I know we really only need 12 minutes of quality exercise to start down that path towards getting stronger and fitter, which is why I've created a series of short workouts to fire up the muscles and get that heart pumping. Join me today as we focus on the lower body. All you're going to need is a chair, a bench, or even a coffee table, just something you can quickly sit down and stand back up. We're going to get to that in round 2. Round 1, we're going to start over at the wall or a door, somewhere where you can sit. We're going to work with 1 minute for each exercise and then 20 seconds of rest. So we've only got 9 rounds and we're going to jump right into it. We're going to warm up the legs with this wall sit, starting the timer. I'm going to use my window. You find a wall or a door. Press your back up against that wall. Walk your feet out. Scoot your hips down. We want those hips down in line with our knees. We want our knees right over those ankles. And we're just going to load the legs, starting to warm up those thighs. Whew. Sit tall, take a breath. And we just breathe and sit. If this gets to be a bit too much, we come up out of it just a little bit and then right back into it. If you're feeling a little antsy, you can lift one heel at a time and just kind of alternate heel lifts. You can lift toes, really fire up those thighs. We've only got about 15 more seconds, so stay in it. Breathe. You got this. Legs are feeling warmer. 10 more seconds. Stay in it, stay in it. Drop a little lower. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Quick shake. Come up, stretch out those legs. We got 20 seconds. And then we're going to move over to our chair, our bench, or our coffee table. And we're just going to sit down and stand back up. Just take that quick stretch, quick breath, sip of water if you need it. We're going in 3 seconds. You're going to want your feet right in front of the bench or the chair and just sit down and right back up. So you can lightly tap that tailbone down and then right back up. You can sit all the way down and all the way back up, or you can hover that booty right off the seat. You choose. We want to sit the weight back into the heels. We want to keep the chest up. And we're about halfway through it. So if you need some other options here, we can work from one leg. So you can lift that heel, toes lie on the floor, and just come up with the weight on one leg. Or you can try it with the whole foot off the floor and try a single leg stand. And alternate legs. Or go back to both. You've only got 15 seconds here. So we can sit all the way down and all the way up, light tap or hover, slow or fast, 5 more seconds. Legs are warmer, shake it out. Round 2 is done. We're going to move to round 3. It's all about the legs today, so we're going to step those feet wide, turn the toes towards the corners. Hands can be on hips, out in front. We're just going to sit down, squat, pulse, in 3 seconds. Hips back and down, knees out, and just drop low. And little bounce, and bounce. So you choose where this squat goes. We can be really, really low in this squat and really fire up the legs. You can be about mid-range. You can be more towards the top. If you need a second, shake the legs, and then drop back into it. Knees are pressed out. Press that whole foot down and really engage the back side here. So we want to feel everything from the inner thighs wrapped around to those glutes. 360 degrees of work for these legs today. 20 more seconds for round 3. And breathe. While we work today, I want you to keep your core engaged. So draw your belly button in tight towards your spine and really support that low back. You've got 6 more seconds. Stay in it. Fight through that burn. And then we're a third the way through the workout. So shake out the legs. We're going to change things up a little bit. Pick one leg. Keep it planted firmly on the floor. Your opposite leg is going to step out to the side, side lunge, and then it's going to step back into a long lunge. I'm going to move my bench so we have more space to move. Plant one foot, step the other foot out wide, bring it in, step it back long, step it in. Step out, press the knee, step back. We want that knee over the ankle. So knee presses over middle toes, and then we press into that front heel. Back heel is off the floor. When you step back into that lunge, your hips are staying square, and you're going to step back hip distance with those feet. So we're not stepping narrow, we're stepping a little bit wider. We want to stay strong and steady in that lunge. Chest stays up. When you step out, press the hips back just a little bit, and you're going to press into that standing foot. Pull yourself back in. You're almost through this leg. 8 more seconds. And time. You got your rest. We're going to switch sides. So make sure you got room to step the opposite direction and to step back. Plant that opposite foot into the floor. Take a breath. Grab water if you need it. You got 5 seconds. At the bell, step the opposite foot out. Bring it back in. Step it back and back in. So step wide. Step back long. Press the knee out. Keep that back heel off the floor. And press the whole foot down when you step to the side. Keeping the hips square the whole time when you step out and when you step back. Keeping the load on that standing leg. Firing up outer hip, inner thigh, and quad. Find the back of the leg when you step back. Fire up that glute and hamstring. We've got 17 seconds left here. At the bell, you get to rest. Grab water if you need it. Shake it out. Grab some water because we're going to spike the heart rate for the next round. Our options are going to be to jump forward and then run it back. If we're not jumping today, you're going to squat, lift the heels, and then run the knees a few times. Squat, lift the heels, run the knees. Another option, squat, jump, run the knees. If you want the full thing, jump forward, run back. Jumping forward safely means that we're going to track those knees over those middle toes, but we're going to sit the weight back into the heels. So you want to roll back into the back of the heel, land softly, or just squat, lift those heels, run the knees, or squat, jump, and run. We're already halfway there. We're breathing heavier, even if we're here, running those knees, lifting the arms. It's getting that heart rate up. Do what works for you. You've got about 15 seconds. This is your metabolic kick. We're firing up that heart rate. We're going to fatigue those muscles just a little bit more in our final rounds. At the bell, breathe, grab water. You've got 20 seconds. Catch your breath. We're going to bring the heart rate back down. We're going to go back to the wall. Guess what? Only 3 rounds left. Only 3 minutes of work. Press your back against the wall. Walk your feet out. Sit your hips down. We want those knees right over the ankles. We want our ankles in line with our hip bones, and we want those hips in line with the knees. Oh, I gotta catch my breath. So your options here, come up out of it a little bit if you need to, and then drop back in. If you like those little heel lifts, alternate heel lifts, or try both at the same time, fire up those calves and ankles. We're 30 seconds in. If you want to try lifting toes, you're going to get more work in those quads. Make sure you're still squeezing the glutes just a little bit and still bracing that core. Press those shoulders into the wall. You can just stay still and find your happy place. You can fidget through those feet. You can go up a little bit and then back down. You've only got 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Come on. Shake the legs. I know, they're burning. We only got 2 rounds left. Find your chair or your bench or your coffee table sit down, stand up. You've got 5 seconds, and then you're going to give it your all. So we're a lot warmer than round 2. Now maybe we can move a little bit faster. Maybe that booty is hovering right over the seat. Maybe we're really tired. We haven't exercised in a while. And you're saying, you know what? This last 2 rounds, this is hard. I'm going to sit all the way down and then all the way up. That's okay too. Take your time. It's your workout. If you want to try those single legs, you can do a few on one leg. You can alternate. Just try to keep it even. Woo, no balance for me right there. That means I need to go back to 2 feet. We've got about 20 seconds left here. If you want to fire up that heart rate, start to move a little bit faster, but move safely. Press those knees out. Keep your chest up. Keep your core on. 10 more seconds. Try not to just sit down and take a break the whole rest of the time. You've got a 20-second break coming, and then one last round. This is it. Your first 12-minute workout is almost done. Step your feet wide. Take a big breath. In 8 seconds, squat pulse. I'm going to challenge you. Go a little lower. This is your last minute. This may be all the exercise you get today. So let's give it our all. Drop a little lower. Let's press those knees out. Let's tuck the hips under just a little bit and really engage the back side. Now press your whole foot down. Pinky toe through heel is pressing into that floor like we're going to split it right between the feet. And breathe. If you need a second, come up, shake it out, and then back in. If you need to rock side to side, you can move around in this low squat. If you want to just hold it and really fire up those thighs without a pulse, you can do that as well. You've only got 20 seconds left, so do what works for you. And then a quick stretch and your workout is done. Let's count it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Go lower. 3, 2, 1. Done. Let's stretch out those legs. You can bring one foot up behind you. Grab something to help your balance if you need it. Release those thighs. Whew. Step back. Stretch it over. Stretch down the side body, down the side of the thigh. And then switch legs.
Activity completed.
Activity completed. We're done. Reach over. Fold forward. Give yourself a huge pat on the back. We did it. 12 minutes, quality exercise.